What's up, y'all? It's your boy Easy, back with another video, guys. Back with a review. We're here to do a review on Playboy's Carti brand new album, Music. Now, this album has been out for a few days now, and I gave it multiple spins, and I'm ready to give my review on this long-awaited project that I've been anticipating for 5 years. Alright, guys, so let's dive into this review, man. Let me first give y'all guys an introduction on Playboi Carti. If you never heard him before, assuming if you click on the video, you should know who he is. But if you don't know who Playboi Carti is, he is a rapper from Atlanta, Georgia. Notable albums that he dropped: Die Lit, his self-titled, mixtape. It's kind of like an EP, I would say. Also, his album, A Whole Lot of Red. And now we got this one right here. Now, Playboi Carti dropped A Whole Lot of Red back in 2020. And he hasn't dropped an album in 5 years. So this album was very anticipated by a lot of his fans, including myself. Now, before I get into this review, let me talk about the artist, Playboi Carti, and why I like Playboi Carti, why I fuck with him, right? Compared to other people who do music similar to him. So when I first heard Playboi Carti, I mean, honestly, he just kind of sounded like another Young Thug. That's kind of how he sounded like. But for some reason, I felt like his style was still kind of cartoonish, like how Thugger is. But there's something about the way that he goes about his music that was a little bit different to me. And I don't know, for some reason it actually pulled me in more than me hearing some Young Thug songs. Now that's just like in the beginning, like 2017. So then when I listened to Die Lit, and I was like, man, this shit go hard as fuck, bro. I like this right here. And, I don't know. It's something about his repetitiveness. I don't know, it's just real catchy. And it's like, to me, he's kind of like the over the top trap rapper. I don't know how to explain it, man, but he's like, I don't know, he's weird. That's what it is. It's weird, but it's a good weird. Like, it is something, it's some type of creativity to it. And even though it might come across simplistic, which it is, but I like the way that Carti, goes about it in his own way. And I don't know, man, I like Die Lit, and also am a fan of A Whole Lot of Red too. When that Whole Lot of Red dropped, I was like kind of hyped for it because I was actually a fan of Die Lit. And I was like, dang, so I'm actually anticipating your next project. So now we got A Whole Lot of Red. And some people, I think most of Playboi Carti fans liked it, but I think some critics didn't like it for real. But I don't really give a fuck about the critics at all. At the end of the day, I think Playboi Carti makes music for his fans, not for critics. So as a fan of Playboi Carti, I liked A Whole Lot of Red, and I like the fact that he was able to evolve his sound to more of like this screamo punk type of sound. And I like the production has changed, and just I've seen how he evolved as an artist. I'm here for it. I dig it. So fan A Whole Lot of Red. So then, of course, now it's 2025, and we haven't got a Carti album in 5 years. And throughout the 5 years of Carti, his sound has been changing, quite a bit. He has like this new, of course, he has like his same, other styles from like Die Lit, the Cash Carti, and, his punk rock style. But now he kind of has this new style where he kind of sounds like a trap Elmo. He kind of sounds like if Elmo was in the hood, you know what I'm saying? He got that lean or some shit, jumped that, you know what I mean? Like, and he just started rapping. That's kind of like what he kind of sounds like now. What it does is little deep voice. I call it the trap Elmo voice. You know what I'm saying? So it actually kind of sounds like Lil Yachty to me a little bit, but if Lil Yachty and Future kind of like combine voices together. But either way it goes. But yeah, so of course, he's been featured on a lot of Kanye projects, from Vultures to Kanye West Donda albums. So that's kind of like where I've been noticing him doing this new type of style, which is different to me because I'm so used to him sounding like how he sound like on Die Lit and A Whole Lot of Red. So Carti been changing up his style and of course his sound, and now it comes to this project right here, Music. Now I am going to say this: when I first seen the track list, I didn't even look at the features, but when I first seen the track list and I seen that this album has 30 fucking songs, I will admit I was kind of scared, because like, damn, albums that are really long like this, you're gonna have some stinkers. And and it's like, man, Playboi Carti for 30 songs, like, gosh, I don't, as much as a fan I am of Playboi Carti, I'm like, man, I don't know if I can deal with 30 tracks of Playboi Carti, because something is bound to sound bad. You know what I'm saying? So, and the good thing is, guys, that I was wrong. So, Playboi Carti, man, salute to you, man. Because look, this album, to me, I don't know how y'all guys think, but to me, this album is dope. Like, I'm fucked with this shit heavy. And the 30 songs that's on here, are there some songs that, you know, that maybe not stand out as others? Yeah, there is. But from what I picked out from this album, I picked out more songs that I actually like than I don't like. Now, one thing I will say about this project is that with the album being 30 songs, the runtime is only an hour and 17 minutes. So for 30 songs, that's kind of actually short. And the reason why is because Carti has quite a bit of songs in this project that are like 1 minute and 50 seconds, you know, barely meeting like the 2 minute mark. Now, of course, he got some songs on here that's touching like more than 3 minutes, but he has quite a bit of songs that are like 2 minutes 30 seconds, 1 minute 58 seconds, you know, barely even touching like the 3 minute margin. So now I want to talk about each track and which tracks that I fuck with, and I'm gonna tell you why I fuck with each track and why I don't like each other track, and my overall rating for this project. Starting with the intro, Pop Out. Now, Pop Out has that, when I heard Pop Out, I immediately get that Whole Lotta Red style of Playboi Carti, the rage rap, like the, you know, sort of like the rock and like the emo and that rage type of beat, that crazy, like, you know, it kind of reminds me of Carti mixing R.I.P. with some aspects of a Whole Lotta Red version of himself. So the Pop Out instrumental is dope. I fuck with the beat and I like this. I like it, bro. I immediately felt like, okay, this is familiar. This is very familiar. Another thing too, before I get to more of these tracks, I was wondering, you know, how Playboi Carti is going to go about doing this album, and I feel like we'll get to it. Track Crush featuring Travis Scott. I like this song too. The beat is dope. I like the spacey sense of the song, and I like just the overall vocals of everybody's performances on this song. So it's gonna make me crush. I like it, bro. It's the vibe, you know what I'm saying? So I think it's cool. It's definitely one of the highlight songs of the album to me personally, just because I feel like this album it has transition songs, right? And some of these transition type of songs, it's a dope transition. So I don't know, I like it. K-pop is one of my favorite songs on this album, and it's one of my favorite Playboi Carti songs. Now, with this song right here, you're definitely getting that new Carti style, the little Elmo trap voice. You know, you're definitely getting that new style. The beat is crazy. You know, one thing about Carti, you know, I don't go to a Playboi Carti album looking for lyrics, because I know that's not what he's trying to do. I don't think Playboi Carti is out here trying to be the best rapper. I think that Playboi Carti is trying to create fucking vibes, right? And, you know, just style, whatever. So vibing and styling, I think that's just what Playboi Carti does, and that's what I go for his music for, to catch a vibe and hear some fucking dope ass beats. And K-pop, that shit go hard. It was one of my favorite Carti songs. Evil Jordan is another dope one too as well. The beat is incredible. Like these beats on this album is fucking incredible. Like majority of them. So I fuck with the beat, and I fuck with the way how Carti is rapping on the track. Mojo Jojo. Now, this song has Kendrick Lamar doing ad-libs throughout the freaking track, and I ain't gonna lie, at first when I heard it, I was kind of disappointed, because I heard that Kendrick Lamar was featured on this album. So when I heard Mojo Jojo, I'm thinking like, okay, you're just doing ad-libs. And I was like, I know this cannot just be the only feature of Kendrick Lamar. You're gonna have K-Dot on this album and just do a bunch of ad-libs. Outside of that, the beat again is dope, and this song is cool. It's not my favorite, but the song is definitely cool. But I still like it. Philly, another track featuring Travis Scott. I like that one too. You know what I'm saying? Travis Scott and Playboi Carti, to me, they got some pretty good chemistry with each other. So anytime those two hop on a track together, you know, it sounds pretty nice. Now, one of the standout tracks for me is Radar. Radar kind of got that old school Lex Luthor, Southside, trap type beat. I can hear Gucci Man on it. You know what I'm saying? I can hear like Rick Ross, like a 2011, 2010, 12 Rick Ross on this beat. You know what I'm saying? Just spazzing on it. And I do like this song. Again, Playboi Carti, he's not one of those rappers that's gonna spit bars and lyrics. So if that's what you're looking for, you're not gonna find it on here. But if you want to hear some good trap music, then that's what you're gonna get, and that's what we get for Radar. And it's one of my favorite songs. Rather Live featuring The Weeknd is another great song. I actually really do like it. When I first heard The Weeknd singing, I literally thought it was fucking Drake, but it's not. And I like it. I think that Playboi Carti and The Weeknd did a good job, and I think this song's gonna be a hit. Fine Shit is another cool song as well. Not one of my favorites, but I do fuck with it. Backdoor is the song that's featuring an actual verse from Kendrick Lamar and Jenny Aiko. This song is kind of like a Playboi Carti Luther version of Kendrick Lamar's song. That's the kind of vibe I'm getting from it. Song's okay, but then it leads back to Toxic, and Toxic goes hard, featuring Skepta, and he killed the song too. This is another example. Vibes. So it's like I'm not going for a Playboi Carti album for lyrics. I'm going to hear some dope beats and some vibes, and I like Toxic, man. I can't pronounce this fucking shit. My menu, I don't know. I like it. That song kind of gives me like the the dialect version of Playboi Carti, like that. I like Crank. Charles and Hoes a Fee. I think it's okay. It's cool. Good Credit, one of the standout tracks on this album, has another Kendrick Lamar feature, and the beat is fucking crazy. Kendrick Lamar killed the fucking song, by the way. He did what he did. With this song right here, you're actually getting like more of like a rapping performance of Kendrick Lamar, kind of like how he did with that song, but it's kind of similar to that right there, except for I don't think he's really trying to diss anybody, but as far as like their chemistry, because that's one thing that everybody keeps talking about, Playboi Carti and Kendrick Lamar, like, I just think that Kendrick Lamar just came to rap and he just showed like a more fun side of himself. That's, I don't really see the issue of Kendrick Lamar collaborating with Playboi Carti. I mean, there's all over the internet, people are talking about how he's a hypocrite for working with a guy like Playboi Carti. The thing is, and like, I get it, but at the same time, it's like, us, that's not in that world, we don't really know like what goes on behind like those scenes. Like, we don't know like if maybe Kendrick Lamar and Playboi Carti had a talk or some shit, right? The thing is that Playboi Carti has some bad allegations on himself. So because of that, some of those allegations is something that Kendrick Lamar, spoke about that he does not want to be a part of, or that he does not fool with that type of stuff right there. So with him being associated to that stuff, like, I mean, I don't know, I get it, but at the same time, it's like, you don't really know like what's really going on. Like, again, like I watched an interview and not Playboi Carti, but Kendrick Lamar was talking about how again, he's not much different, but the one thing that made him be better is the fact that he had like a father in his life to tell him that, hey man, you're fucking up, don't do this right here. And some of these guys didn't have no father figures in life for real. So maybe Kendrick Lamar is being that savior, and maybe being that person to give like a guy like Playboi Carti something new to look forward to, as far as like starting a new journey, or whatever, or his way of being that father figure to him. But when it comes to music, you know what I'm saying? So, but I don't know. Regardless, as far as the music goes, music's dope. Good Credit, one of my favorite songs. You gotta hear that fucking track. I See You Baby Boy, that song's okay. Wake Up Filthy, it's okay. Jumping with Louis Vert. There's two features of Louis Vert on the song, and this one is my favorite one out of the other one. I like the beat. I always thought those two had good chemistry too, especially from Die Lit. But Trim featuring Future, bro. Future, he killed the song. You gotta hear the song Trim, man. Future killed this shit, bro. He was just flowing, doing his thing, and yeah, he just killed it, bro. And Playboi Carti, he's real animated, real wacky on this verse. And I don't know, altogether, I like the song. It's one of my favorite tracks on the album, and the beat is fucking dope. Now, Cocaine Nose is the song that I want to talk about. Now, Cocaine Nose has this beat, right? Okay, I'm about to get a little old school with y'all guys, right? If you heard of a band called Godsmack, right? They had a song on a game called Prince of Persia War Within. It's called Stand Alone, right? Doesn't this beat kind of remind you of that Stand Alone song by Godsmack, that I stand alone? You know what I'm saying? Like that doesn't kind of remind you of that? Like, I don't know if it's just me or I'm just tripping, but when I heard Cocaine Nose, I immediately thought of Stand Alone by Godsmack. So I don't know, but I love Cocaine Nose. That song gonna go crazy in any kind of stadium, and one of my favorite tracks on the album. Now, one of my worst songs that I really don't like, for honestly, is "We Need All the Vibes." And I just, it's not my favorite track on the album, but it's a song that I can see a lot of ladies liking. It's a song for the chicks. You feel what I'm saying? So it's like, it still seems to be a nice little summertime anthem. Olympian, I heard that some people didn't like the song, but I actually like Olympian. I like the beat too a lot. It kind of gives me some of that dialect version of Playboi Carti. I also like OPM Baby. That song go hard. But now Twin Trim, now this song has Lil Uzi Vert on it too as well, and I'm not a big fan of this song. Honestly, it's really just Lil Uzi Vert rapping, but it's not one of my favorite tracks on the album, but the beat is still dope. Like Weezy, I like that song actually. Look, it's cool. I was wondering what he was gonna go for, calling it Like Weezy. So when I heard the track, what I got wasn't what I was expecting, but I like what I got. This one got it. That song is okay. Walk, okay. HBA, fucking dope. One of my favorites on the project. Overly is okay, and I like South Atlanta Baby. Overall, the thing with this album, look, okay, here's the thing with this album, right? There's not much to talk about when it comes to lyrics. There's not much to talk about when it comes to substance, because there's really not any of that on this album. There's nothing that you can get from this album that's going to be like, impactful, or like in a way that's going to, where you might learn something, or something that's going to hit you on a conscious level. This album doesn't have that at all. So what this album does have, this album is it's like pretty much a vibe. It's dope beats, catchy hooks, catchy flows, experimental rapping and experimental beats, some rock shit mixed with some trap shit. You know what I'm saying? And that's kind of what you get with this album. You're getting, in totality, you're getting Playboi Carti's last 3 versions of himself, his dialect version, his Whole Lotta Red version, and this new version of him, all combined in one album. And this is what you're getting right here. And what I will say with this project, overall, I do like this album. I do like it. Why I like this project is because of the fact that, after being gone so long, I like the fact that Playboi Carti decided to, give his fans 30 songs. And I like the fact how he sequenced the songs to where it's like, it doesn't feel like it doesn't really feel like you're hearing a 30-track album. You know what I'm saying? So if this was like 30 tracks of all 3-minute songs, I don't know. But I like the fact that he gave fans a variety of all of his styles mixed together to get us this right here, and again, like being gone for 5 years, it's like, as far as Playboi Carti fans goes, I don't know about anybody else, but like people in his fan group, I felt like he did them justice, man, with this project. And overall, I like it. I am a fan of Playboi Carti. What I will say is that if he does drop again, I think that maybe he should go creatively in a different direction and maybe try something different. But as far as what we got with this album, I think that he did the right move, and I overall like the projects. I like the beats. The beats definitely stand out. These are some of the best trap beats, that I heard in quite some time. I like the vibes. I love the energy. And that's what I'm getting with this album. I'm not going to this project for wordplay. I'm not going for this project for something to think about. It's like watching a movie. It's like watching like an action movie that has, no type of story or really no type of like significant meaning to it, but it's just very fucking enjoyable. It's entertaining. You know what I'm saying? And that's how I feel about this album. So overall, I'm gonna give this album a 7.5 out of 10. I don't want to say right now it's one of. I don't want to say it's his best album. I don't want to say that yet. I need it to grow on me a little bit more, but I heard this album so much. But I think that, like, again, like, if you're a fan of Playboi Carti and you like Dialect, if you like A Whole Lot of Red and you like his new style, I think that overall you're gonna like this project. You know what I'm saying? I feel like this project is like Playboy's Carti. I don't want to say it's his magnum opus. Would I recommend people who aren't a fan of his music to hear it? I mean, I don't know. I was look at it. You hear what you want to hear. You know what I'm saying? Like, at the end of the day, not everybody is gonna like the same kind of music. So what I will say, that if you want to hear some dope beats, you want to be entertained. I think that give it out a try. I don't know. Like I said, 7.5. Let me know how you feel about the project down below. Hit that like button, enjoy the video, guys. Subscribe if you're new. See y'all next vid.